my new lecture. In this lecture we are going to talk about Terraform and AWS. So in today we are going to discuss some of the basic of Terraform and also about AWS. If you want to understand why do we need to Terraform, so first we need to understand what are the challenges that we had in the traditional IT infrastructure. So there is some of the challenges that we were facing. One in show deployment because we need to get a hardware and their other things from the vendors and then start deploying it. We need to we need to process it first. We need to manage the infrastructure, so it was taking a lot of time for us to get this thing done and get the approved letter on. We are able to deploy it, and it is also expensive. So if you want to go ahead and buy your own hardware, we will have pay some upfront cost also when you are traditional IT. But cloud has changes that other things, but there is some possible with the infrastructure management using the cloud computing. So that is why we have Terraform. So we will talk about later, but now it stick on the what are the challenges that we have traditional IT. And there in this point it is was the complete manual process. You are going to your vendor, you getting all the requirements. So are you providing those to them, and are supplying all the requirements back to you, right? So it was a completed manual process, and it was very taking a lot of time. And with manual process there were some of the human error also you get. So we cannot human errors, so we cannot do anything of that, but we can minimize the human errors. We cannot we cannot minimize the human error in traditional IT. So also we were having that error. So tackle all this, what happened, what we do. So in cloud computing, standard computing into the in cloud computing started coming into the picture. And when cloud came into the picture, we had another problem, that management of the infrastructure. Let's say the help of cloud computing, we were able to create lot of many resources, but how do you manage it? Okay, for example, I will just say go ahead deploy and 100 EC2 instance and 130 buckets, right? So if I ask to you to do manually, it will take too much time. Even if I say 5 minutes, if you take 5 minutes per deployment for EC2 instance, you would end up the wasting 500 minutes. So that is a lot as perspectives of our resources management. So overcome this problem, campaign standard thinking about it, and they started deploying some tools such as Terraform, CloudFormation, Heat, Ansible, Chef, Puppet, and other things like that. And these are the infrastructure as a code or a tool or the services. So now let me break down this infrastructure as a code, right? So we have two terms, either infrastructure and code. So you already know by using code you will get a managed infrastructure. That is the meaning of your infrastructure as a code. Basically, with the help of the logic codes, and you are able to manage infrastructure. You will be able to manage your infrastructure. So that is the meaning of the infrastructure as a code. Okay, so there are simple tools like Terraform, completely free using. There is also paid one, so you can go for it, and you will get a Terraform cloud and other things, so which we will speaking about the future in class. And but right now stick on Terraform, saying it that is completely free. Okay, completely free. So okay, so CloudFormation is CloudFormation's template. There are AWS navigate tools, so you will need to know about YAML and JSON script. So write a CloudFormation template. Basically all the basic requirement you have to write there is saying having create a easy instance. So you will write those in YAML file deployment in AWS itself. So in AWS we have a separated services called CloudFormation. By using that you will able to deploy it. That is cloud for formation. I will showing it in the end. So wait till the end. I will show you the cloud formation page are all. Okay, so next we have heat, and we will as Ansible is provided by Red Hat. So this is also kind and the infrastructure as a code tool, but we cannot say it is 100% infrastructure as a code. So in the infrastructure as a code we have multiple things in considered. So we will speak about that the coming lectures. It here itself there is there is video. So wait till the end, till then. So now you might ask which tool should you learn. So what I recommended is for example, if your organization is using any of their infrastructure as a code tool, I am sure if you organized with organize is the working organization is working on the cloud, so they would be using some infrastructure as a code tool, right? So go ahead and understand what infrastructure as a code tool they are using and start learning that first. For example, in organization we were studying about Ansible first, or we were working on Ansible. So I directly went to learn Ansible first and then moved to Terraform, right? So there is no purpose why or roadmap for this one. So it will be easy for you if you are starting start tracking this as per the organization requirement. So that is suggested that I want to give Terraform. Now in infrastructure as a code tool itself we have two types. One is configuration management tool and second is a provisioning tool. So first you will management tool infrastructure as a tool. So management, what is configuration management tool and what is the so we told that we have Ansible, Chef, Puppet and things, right? So there is configuration management tool. So what are these used is because you need to understand what is the difference between configuration management and infrastructure providing, right? So configuration management, they are primarily designed for the install and manage software on existing server. For example, let me say I have 100 servers already created. I want to install some software on it. Let's say I want to install VS Code on my all those 100 servers. So how do you do that? We will use you log into the server and manually install them, or will we automatically that, right? So that particular solution you can get from their tools like Ansible, Chef, Puppet. There is configuration management tool, and this point make clear out that, right? So basically they are maintain a standard structured of code infrastructure as a code. I told you will have a write a JSON script to work on their particular area. And are you there supported version control tool as well? So if you want to write some code and if you want to other time other team members to also use the same code, you will can put them into a version control tools like Git and GitHub. All those things are supported the hence. So these are the real importance terminology here. Okay, you can run the code on multiple times and even multiple times and even okay you multiple times and even you time run it to it will be only changes that are necessary to being environment into a defined state. So it is already in place, it will ignore it. So let's say you have to write a script and you created 100 server. So later on you will run a same script again. So what it will do, it will understand that already created 100 of servers, this person is asking me to create another 100, or it is the same one. It will be understand if it is the same one, it will leave as it is, not going after anything. If you read this definition, it will be more clear to you. Okay. Next configuration is management tools can do some degree infrastructure providing, but you cannot take, it's up to the use either your infrastructure providing, right? So these are the force they are here, that some tools are going to better fit for client task. So providing can provide provisioning, it can be do configuration management tool can bring up the server, create a server, but it cannot made for that. So it is made for maintaining your existing instances. You cannot deploy the instances in multiple platform. We discuss about it, and easy integration and configuration management tool and like this. So hope you are liking this lecture, and in next lecture we are talking about and we creating a uh, Terraform script. So thank you. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and Instagram, and you can subscribe to the channel of MoogleLabs, and you can contact us on given number, and you can mail also on info@moogleLabs.com. So subscribe and hit the bell icon for any updates.